if you know, but in the last 35 years, the number of people living alone has doubled. People are choosing not to get married. Couples are choosing not to have children. So that number is only going to increase. And technology, it's an amazing thing now. We have social media, right? We live on Facebook, Insta, whatever, and it gives us a false sense of intimacy. I share my story with somebody and I feel a closeness to them. They share their story and I feel as if I'm living in their family. We now can order food, entertain ourselves, communicate with other people with a handheld device. We don't have to go to the grocery store anymore to get food and talk to the nice cashier or the guy who's bagging our groceries. We don't go to the movie theater anymore and talk to the person selling us the ticket or popcorn. Our interactions with other humans is decreasing. And again, like I mentioned, a lot of you guys know me and you probably think I'm pretty, bubbly, funny lady. But I have to tell you, the cloud of loneliness was over my life for a certain period of time, and several, to be honest. But this one in particular was the one that really sort of touched my heart. I too was gifted with the gift of divorce. And I have an awesome ex-husband. And we've managed to stay friends through all of it. But at the time, I chose to sell my first practice. And I was in transition, I was in flux. I was leaving my old practice and starting my new practice. So I packed my house up. I put all of my things in storage. And I decided to rent a furnished apartment halfway between the two practices because one was in Ancaster and one was in Richmond Hill, a couple of hours apart. So I chose those buildings at Square One. A lot of you guys know all of those beautiful, professional buildings, those apartments. And, I get up in the morning and I'd drive to work and I'd see my patients all day long and I would drive back home. And sometimes those drives were long. And I'd get home 7:30 at night and I'd be exhausted and I would just put my pajamas on, turn the TV on, sit on the couch, stuff my face with a bag of chips and go to sleep. Not the healthiest of behaviors. And I made every excuse. Oh, I don't have my running shoes, they're all packed away, I can't go work out. Oh, my pottery tools are all put away, I can't go and, make some pottery that I like to do. And I was digging myself in deeper and deeper, this pit of loneliness. But that even wasn't my low point. I really sort of had to take a moment when I realized I was having a conversation with my sister and telling her what my friends had told me that day. And I realized these friends that I was talking about were John Derringer and Maureen Holloway. So these were the two radio DJs that did the morning drive show that I was driving to work and listening to. And yeah, exactly. Okay, girl, you're starting to lose it now. But the more I isolated myself, the harder it was to get out of it. It was hard to reach out. But I was lucky because a really good girlfriend called me and she said, hey, I haven't seen you for a while. Do you want to just meet me at Square One? We'll grab a coffee and go for a walk. This was when walking and steps just started coming in. So I met her Saturday morning and we decided to go for a walk. Wasn't a lot of talking on that walk. But by the end of it, she turned to me and she said, my two girls are in university now and my husband has chosen to work even harder. I think I've been doing what you've been doing and sitting on the couch all alone, hoping that the phone would ring. So why don't we commit to meeting every Saturday and doing something? Let's go to yoga, we'll go for a walk, get our groceries, just something. Just so that we keep this momentum, this commitment to each other. And sure enough, we did. I was really lucky because that friend reached out to me. I didn't sink into a depression. And I realized that something in me had to change. So a couple of weeks later, I'm driving home from work, and I'm coaching those big, huge buildings. And I used to think of them, I told Jason, I thought of them, they looked like beehives. And you'd see all the little lights on, and I thought, those are the little cells that all the little bees go home to. They rest, and then they wake up in the morning, they fly out and they get their little pollen, and then they come back. And I thought, this is the night it's going to change. I got in the elevator, and sure enough, there was someone in the elevator. And I said hi to them. And when they got off the elevator, I said bye. And I started doing this every time. And sure enough, I made a few friends in that building. I even got the courage to ask a couple of them, hey, do you want to go to the gym? Because this building had this most amazing gym that nobody went to. It was empty, it was pristine. Let's go and work out. And they did. You know, we've touched a little bit on a friend of ours who had a sudden loss this morning. She posted something today, and I just kind of want to paraphrase it. She said, check in on your friends. Check in on your strong friends. Check in on your funny friends. Check in on your weak friends. Check in on your quiet friends. Just check in on your friends. This Wednesday is Bell Let's Talk Day. We have a week in June dedicated to loneliness. Okay, it is becoming the epidemic of 2020. I'm going to dare you guys to do something tonight. I'm going to dare you to look at the person across from you, or maybe beside you, and give them a smile. Maybe even give them a hug. Because maybe that smile will be the little ray of sunshine that they need. Awesome. To break through, right, into their darkness and their loneliness.